Have you ever wondered if your cat is secretly in pain? Our feline friends are masters of disguise, often hiding their discomfort so well that we, their loving owners, can completely miss the signs. It's a survival instinct left over from their wild ancestors, where showing weakness could make them a target. But in our homes, this stoicism can mean their suffering goes unnoticed. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on this mystery. I'm going to share the subtle and sometimes scary signs that your cat might be in pain. Ignoring these could lead to serious health problems, so stay tuned, because what you learn in the next few minutes could make a world of difference for your furry best friend. One of the most common yet easily overlooked signs of pain in cats is a change in their grooming habits. Is your normally pristine cat starting to look a little unkempt? Maybe their coat is matted, greasy, or you're noticing dandruff for the first time. This isn't your cat suddenly becoming lazy. Pain, especially from conditions like arthritis, can make it difficult and uncomfortable for them to twist and turn to reach all those usual grooming spots. On the flip side, you might notice the exact opposite: over-grooming. A cat might obsessively lick or chew one specific area of their body. This is often a direct attempt to soothe a localized source of pain, like a wound, an insect bite, or an aching joint. So, if you see your cat's grooming routine change in any significant way, it's time to pay closer attention. It's not just about vanity, it's a potential cry for help. Next up, let's talk about the litter box. Nobody loves dealing with the litter box, but it's a goldmine of information about your cat's health. A sudden change in litter box habits is a massive red flag. Is your cat, who has been perfectly house-trained for years, suddenly urinating or defecating outside the box? Before you get frustrated, consider the possibility of pain. Conditions like a urinary tract infection, bladder stones, or constipation can make using the litter box an incredibly painful experience. Your cat might start to associate the box itself with that pain, leading them to avoid it at all costs. Arthritis can also play a role here. If your litter box has high sides, it might be physically painful for an older cat with stiff joints to climb in and out. Think about it. If every trip to the bathroom hurt, you'd probably look for alternatives too. So, if accidents start happening, don't just see it as a behavioral problem. See it as a potential symptom of underlying pain. Now let's observe how your cat moves. Changes in their activity level and mobility are critical clues. Has your playful, energetic kitten suddenly become a couch potato? Does your cat no longer jump up onto their favorite windowsill or the top of the cat tree? This reluctance to jump, climb, or even play can be a sign of joint pain, often from arthritis or pain from an injury. You might also notice a more subtle change in their gait. Are they limping? Do they seem stiff, especially after a nap? Perhaps they hesitate before jumping down from the sofa, carefully calculating the landing in a way they never did before. Sometimes the change is as simple as they've stopped running up the stairs to greet you. These aren't just signs of your cat getting old. While age can be a factor, these changes are often directly linked to discomfort. They're choosing to limit their movement because it hurts. Paying attention to how they navigate their world can tell you a lot about how they were feeling. A cat's personality is one of the things we love most about them. So when that personality changes, it's a huge warning sign. A once friendly and sociable cat that suddenly becomes withdrawn, irritable, or even aggressive is a classic sign of pain. Does your sweet cat now hiss, growl, or swat at you when you try to pet them or pick them up? This isn't them suddenly disliking you. It could be that your touch is hitting a sore spot. They might be lashing out in anticipation of being hurt. Conversely, a normally independent cat might become unusually clingy and vocal, constantly seeking your comfort and reassurance because they feel vulnerable and unwell. Hiding is another big one. If your cat is spending more time under the bed, in a closet, or in other secluded spots, they are likely trying to protect themselves and cope with their discomfort and solitude. Any drastic shift from their normal social behavior warrants a closer look. They're not just being moody, they're trying to communicate that something is wrong in the only way they know how. Vocalizations are another key way cats communicate, and changes here can signal pain. We're not just talking about the occasional meow for dinner. A cat in pain might start vocalizing much more than usual. This could be anything from low, mournful yowls to sharp, high-pitched cries. You might hear them groaning when they lie down or get up. Sometimes the sound is most noticeable when they are using the litter box or trying to jump. On the other hand, a normally chatty cat might become eerily silent. Just as with personality changes, it's the deviation from the norm that matters. And don't forget purring. We always associate purring with happiness, and most of the time that's true. But cats also purr to self-soothe when they are stressed, scared, or in pain. It's like a mantra for them. So, if your cat is purring at odd times, especially when combined with other signs like hiding or being lethargic, it could actually be a sign of distress, not contentment. Let's move on to changes in their facial expression and posture. This can be subtle, but once you know what to look for, it's a powerful tool. A comfortable, happy cat has relaxed facial muscles and whiskers. A cat in pain often has a tense, strained look on its face. Their eyes might be squinted or appear dull. Their ears might be flattened back against their head or held out to the sides. You might also notice their whiskers are pulled back and their muzzle is tight. Vets even have something called a feline grimace scale to assess this. Their posture can also tell a story. A cat in pain often adopts a hunched or guarded posture, with their head lowered and their back arched. They might lie in a meatloaf position with their paws tucked tightly underneath them, refusing to lie down and stretch out fully. This tense, protective stance is a clear indicator that they're trying to guard a painful area, often in their abdomen. Taking a moment to really look at your cat's face and body language can reveal so much about their hidden feelings. Finally, changes in eating and drinking habits are a critical sign that something is amiss. A sudden loss of appetite is one of the most serious symptoms in a cat and almost always warrants an immediate vet visit. Pain can make a cat feel nauseous or simply too unwell to eat. Dental pain is a huge culprit here. A cat with a sore tooth, gum disease, or an abscess might be hungry, but finds chewing too painful. You might see them approach the food bowl, sniff the food, and then turn away. Or they might drop food from their mouth while trying to eat. They might also chew only on one side of their mouth or swallow their kibble whole without chewing. Changes in drinking are also important. A cat might drink less if it's painful to move to the water bowl, or they might drink excessively, which can be a sign of various underlying conditions like kidney disease or diabetes, which can themselves be sources of discomfort. Never ignore a cat that has stopped eating or drinking. It's a clear signal that they need professional medical help right away. So, to recap, the key signs of pain we've covered are changes in grooming, litter box habits, activity and mobility, personality, vocalization, facial expression and posture, and eating or drinking habits. It's rarely just one of these signs in isolation. It's usually a combination of these subtle changes that paint a picture of a cat in distress. The most important takeaway is that you know your cat better than anyone. You know their quirks, their routines, their unique personality. If you have that gut feeling that something is off, trust it. Don't dismiss these changes as your cat just being difficult or getting old. These are often silent pleas for help. Your observation is the first and most crucial step in getting them the relief they need. By being a vigilant and empathetic owner, you can ensure your cat isn't suffering in silence. If you recognize any of these signs in your own cat, please don't panic, but do take action. The best thing you can do is schedule an appointment with your veterinarian. They can perform a thorough examination, run necessary tests, and accurately diagnose the source of the pain. Trying to medicate your cat at home is extremely dangerous. Many human pain relievers are highly toxic to cats and can be fatal. Your vet can prescribe safe and effective pain management tailored to your cat's specific needs. Getting a proper diagnosis is key. Early intervention can not only relieve your cat's pain, but can also slow the progression of diseases like arthritis and improve their quality of life immeasurably. Remember, you are your cat's biggest advocate. Your action could be the thing that saves them from a life of chronic hidden pain. Thank you so much for watching and for being such a caring cat parent. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more essential pet care tips. We'll see you in the next one.